The next couple of months are going to literally be your best months to make profit ever. And I am telling y'all right now, if you're not able to turn whatever money you've got right now times 3, in reality, it should be times 10. But hey, if you're not able to turn it times 3 over the next, I'm going to say 6, maybe 9 months, this is a you problem, right? At that point, you're not that good at anything. Okay, that's a bit too harsh, but you get the idea. Within the next few months, you're literally going to find the easiest crypto profit times ever, most likely, because every single altcoin season, every single coin flourishes. And there'll be comments saying, no, this time it will be different. No, this time it will do. People say that every single time. All right, when the meme coin season hit, like last year somewhere, people said, oh, no, but this will go away just right quick. Oh, pump fund won't last. Oh, people will not. Most people, whenever they say something, are wrong. So you might now say, Dusty, you're wrong by saying this. No, because we're the minority here of people that still believe an altcoin season is going to hit. I base it mostly on the fact that throughout time, nobody should have ever been able to lose money on Bitcoin because it consistently goes up. Now, the only argument that I accept is when people say Bitcoin will continue to go up forever, but altcoins will relatively, in terms of dominance, for example, never be able to recover. All right, even though I still don't believe that is true, I still believe that every single time there is a moment where Bitcoin, between now and the next halving, right, usually about 1/3, at least the last few cycles it's been so, where it goes so hard because of some sort of bubble. Either it could be this time around that it's the treasury companies like MicroStrategy and things that people are starting right now. It could be something else. That main facilitator, that main factor, we do not yet know for sure, but it will be something causing Bitcoin to spiral out of control. In this case, I think it's going to be that exponential move towards the 200K, maybe $180,000 to $250,000 between August of 2025 and January of 2026. And after that, I think people will have made so much money on Bitcoin that they think they can make more on other growing things. And think about it like this. Bitcoin will gain first because of maybe these treasury companies and some other things. But at the same time, they'll be pushing for altcoins. Also because on the upper level, they realize they can make more money by pushing more things. And so right now, as it stands, you literally have got yourself a beautiful chance by beating the curve. How? I'm not saying go in all the way on leverage. No, I'm not saying use my bot trading strategies that are literally going to make me millions over the next few months. All I'm saying is pay close attention to the crypto market right now. Be ready to act once it hits and realize that most of the people are wrong when they say, this time it will be different, because usually it tends to not be the exact same, but kind of be like a brother, for example, like a cousin. And in this specific example, how I personally see that shining is, as it currently stands, everybody is focused on Bitcoin, and they say, oh yeah, but what if the real crazy spike this time won't happen because we already had Trump endorse it and dibba-dabba-dibbity-boo. I will state this as a response. If you only could understand that because I've been here making videos for the last decade now. If you only could understand every single time before the craziest stuff runs, people say this, you'd realize that really, when you start taking a look at Bitcoin's historical performance and you really start kind of just trusting that process and the fact that it might be a few months off really, but if you just follow the path, which generally speaking is up, and at some point exponential. We do not know exactly where, but we know it eventually happens because again, throughout the history, since its inception, it's always gone like that. If you just believe that that will happen, well, then basically the only thing that could go wrong here is that you're wrong. And you might think, well, that's so simple. Well, the only thing which you could be wrong with is that is I guess when it goes to zero, meaning there's two main options. One is it flourishes, it keeps being successful, and potentially it has that exponential run, which I think is going to have, or it goes to absolute zero, everything goes to zero, everybody loses all their money. Now again, basically, I think this has a 99.some% chance of happening, and this whole entire space that BlackRock, the president, and everybody has put their faith behind now is going to zero. There's a chance it's non-zero, but rather small, right? If you were given these odds anywhere else, let me give you a thought experiment, right? If you had a coin flip And if it lands on heads, you 10x your money, which is the average return for a single individual in an altcoin season. Even just throughout a crypto cycle, really, maybe not even if you're buying alts, on average, I think most people can make a 10x return on Bitcoin, but just using, for example, 3x leverage. By the way, guys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press that like button. And if you're looking for a platform to trade crypto on, which I'm doing every single day, I've got a link down below right here, for example, to Blowfin, where we're doing most of our trading on. So check it out. A link for that is down below. But anyway, if you were to flip a coin, 50% chance of it landing on heads, 50% chance for it landing on tails. When it hits heads, 50%, you basically 10x your money. But then the opposite side, if it lands on tails, you lose everything. Which would you flip the coin? Now, most people would say yes to that. Why? Because if you think about it, even with a coin flip where if you flip it, and on the one hand it's a 3x and on the other side it's 0, most people would still take it. Why? Because the expected value is nice. Because even a normal coin flip, some people would do. Let's just say 50% of the people would do it. But then because there's a little risk-averse bias that most people have, they'd rather, the happiness they get from winning money is not as great as the sadness from losing. So usually it's skewed a little bit towards a slightly higher ratio, but at 3-to-1, a lot of people would like to try it out. That's also why the casino usually is a pretty juicy spot. Why? Because there's a chance for the euphoria of winning, not because of expected value, but really, when you're playing roulettes, in that sense, it's basically a matter of if the coin flips, and on the one hand you get 0.9, on the other hand you get 0, right? So negative EV. People still take it because they might get that 0.9 or that 1.8, we should say. Now again, when it comes to the reality though, the crypto market with the heads and tails, it's on the one side, you probably, if you flip it, right, and you've got $1,000 on the line, you're probably able to turn it into 9,000 over the season if you're right. If an altcoin season really does come, if the opposite does not happen. The opposite is basically if you're wrong, which again, in this case here, let's just say 80% chance of crypto flourishing still over the next few months. 20% chance of tails, you being wrong and crypto going down. Still, if it goes down, what is the probability of it actually going to 0? In my opinion, one of the worst case scenarios for Bitcoin is that it goes down like 60%, right? So then we have the balance again. If you're right, 80% chance, and actually a 10x return on your money. If you're wrong, a 20% chance of actually losing half your money. If you really balance it out like that, if you're not willing to take that risk, if you're not willing to go big or go home, then what are we even talking about? Because I take that risk every single freaking time. Why? Because if I had $1,000, $1,000, right? If we're just talking about $1,000 in my bank that I'm able to afford to lose, I'll make it again, right? I can save up $1,000 by working, right? Maybe you have to work odd jobs. Maybe it's awkward. You can't go out to eat as much, but you can get yourself $1,000. But the opportunity, the risk to reward that we're having right now, this opportunity, this chance right now, you might never get again. And whenever I talk to people, I kind of try to explain it that way, in the sense that I'm not benefiting from you buying, all right, or 10 people buying. How many people will watch this video? 3,000 people. If every single person here put their entire net worth in, it still doesn't make that big a difference. Or it's not. I'm not making this video just for that reason, so more people buy my bag. I'm not talking about a small altcoin here. All I'm saying is this is my thought process throughout. Why I'm risking it for the biscuit. Why I'm going a bit harder than most people think is smart. Because if you look at the S&P, if you look at Bitcoin, it's never lost. And yes, you might bet against it, but at that point, you're betting against the entire system's collapsing. If we take a look at the Big Short, if you, in, let's say, 2002, were saying, oh, you know what, things are a bit odd, you might eventually, 6 years later, be right. But in that 6 years, you could have made so much more money. Why not just go with the system? And the same thing applies to people who hate on Bitcoin. There have been many people who found Bitcoin in 2011 that said this is a scam. And now in 2025, if things start to fall, for example, if they were right, they'll say, you see, I told you so. If they just bought, shut themselves up, and were not trying to prove to be right, they could have made billions of dollars in the process. Matter of fact, just the last few days, there's an account that bought a few $1,000s, maybe like $40,000 worth of Bitcoin in 2011, and was able to flip it now for $8 billion. So from that angle, if you just sometimes, stay away from thinking, you have to be right. Even if you're in this case not thinking too much, just notice, hey, ever since its inception, it's always gone up. The highest likelihood is for a trend to continue. So, well, most likely it goes up. Just like with the S&P. right? You can bet on the downfall of it, but why would you? It's not like you'd make way more money on the downfall anyway. You could, but if it on the short term goes up more, you might be screwed by betting on the downfall. So, my opinion, it's always better to go with the way the boat is floating. It's just way easier and extremely profitable most of the time, 99% of the time. Yes, you may get a bit unlucky. Maybe you bought the top and all of a sudden it's downwards, but mostly for the S&P, for Bitcoin, for really most of those assets, it's just been temporary, where you're down for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, and then it goes back up. And I still think that right now, within this next 6 months time span, we will see a price hike we've never seen before. Just some craziness all across the board. And I personally think it's worth the risk. Why? Well, I've explained it in this video. So if you agree, let me know by pressing that like button or commenting down below. And that's about it.